Talk. You're watching Your Stocks or the Aapka. I'm Sumaira Abdi. With me is Reema Tendulkar. For the markets, there's a lot of incremental weakness that has come in the last 10-15 minutes or so. Now, the Nifty is inching towards 6,200. It's a fall of 1% on the Nifty. It's almost 64 points lower. The Sensex is down almost 200 points as we speak. Virtually, it's at the low point of trade right now, and the mid-cap index too is seeing a cut of nearly 0.6%. The big losers on the Nifty include HCL Tech right now, which is down 4.5%. BHEL, JP Associates, Sun Pharma, all of these are stocks which are down over 3% right now, and followed up by a lot of the other heavies. There's Dr. Reddy's down 2.25%, likewise for Punjab National Bank, Cipla, Sesa Sterlite. In fact, as we speak, it's just, I think, 6 stocks which are holding out in the green, and the gains over there are very, very limited. So NMDC and Cairn India are seeing gains of about 1%. Likewise for JSPL, but the other stocks, IDFC, ITC, Reliance, very, very faint moves in those stocks. So for now, a fall of 64%, and then 64 points on the Nifty.
And it's good to see what's happening in Russia as well as Ukraine. So we've been pointing out about the Russian index as well as the frontline European index, but the rest of the Eurozone is also reeling under pressure. So for instance, Hungarian index, if that can come up on your screen, it's down close to about 4%. Peripheral European markets, something like the Spanish index is down 2.1%. Belgium index has lost about 1.9%. That's the frontline European indices, but we're saying that this is now spread to the entire Eurozone. So Hungarian index, Spanish index, Ireland is down close to about 1.8%. Portugal, Italy, they're down close to about 1.7%. So it's across the board, the cuts that we can see. And Russia, of course, continues to be at the center of it with a cut of 10.6%. But we'll focus on addressing all the viewer queries. Joining us on the show, we've got Kunal Bothra as well as Fani Shekhar. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us on such an important day. Straight away, let's go across to the first caller. Malika has called us from Mumbai. Hi, Malika.
Hi, Reema. I have a question. I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
I have a question on SBI. So I wanted to know whether this is the right time to buy into the stock.
Okay. What would your time horizon be? Is it for an investment?
It's on a long-term basis.
Okay. Funny, we've seen a significant fall in State Bank of India. In fact, just in 2014, that stock has fallen close to about 14 or 15%. So given the weakness that it's seen off late, do you think SBI looks attractive at current levels of 1550?
It does. However, I'm not sure whether this is the best time. Now, it's a matter of timing which all of us never seem to get right. But purely from a strategy point of view, the investor can start nibbling into SBI and over the next 3 months start accumulating it, because the primary concerns like asset quality issues are not going away anywhere in a hurry. However, the good news is that the worst might be behind us. Interest rates again will not come down in a hurry. But again, the good news out there is we might have already seen the peak. So since the improvement seems to be gradual, it is quite possible that even the stock price reaction to that may also be gradual with intermediate volatility. So a good idea would be to start nibbling into it and buy it in a staggered manner over the next 2 to 3 months.
All right, begin nibbling into SBI. That's the fundamental view. Let's also go across to our next caller then, who wants to know about HT Media. In fact, that's a stock which is in focus, holding up about 3% after there was some fund action where Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has bought about 15 lakh shares via a block deal. And earlier this year, when he had spoken to us also, he had said that he's very interested in the media space. So Afreen calls us from Goa, and she has a query on HT Media. Hi Afreen, what's your question?
Hi, I wanted to know if this is the right time to buy the stocks for HT Media.
All right, you want to follow in Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's steps. Let's go across to Kunal. Kunal, is there further technical levels on this stock that you can see? Is it a good time to be advising someone to buy it?
Well, I think if you look from a short-term perspective, then I think 75, 76 is a good level to enter, not at these levels, because I think from a short-term perspective, the move, the short covering move, or what we call as the spurt move, has already happened for HT Media. So I think at 75, 76, where the 50-day moving average lies for HT Media, I think that is where you can look to have a short-term trading call. My target on there at that time would be around close to 83, 84. If you can keep a stop loss of 72. So I think at these levels I would not advise, but I think at 75 levels I think it could be a good entry point to go long.
Okay, and Funny, where do you stand on HT Media? Would it look attractive at levels of 80 also, or would you wait for a dip?
Well, it's relatively attractive since the time it got listed. At every point in time, it was very highly valued. But finally, there is a semblance of sanity in its valuation. See, the best performing part of its business continues to be the print media, both the English and the Hindi, with the Mumbai edition of Hindustan Times improving both in circulation and yields. However, the internet venture and the radio business still continue to drag. Although the management is confident of a turnaround in both, but as we all know, these are difficult businesses to start making cash profits and over a period of time create wealth in because of the intense competition. So my advice to the investor would be that she can look at entering HT Media at these levels as well for the longer term. But if print media is the only space that were to be the prime driver of HT Media, then its Hindi cousin, which is Hindustan Media Ventures, is also an equally good opportunity, and I would dare say that it's a better opportunity than HT Media. So she might as well buy that instead of HT Media, although HT Media in absolute terms is also okay.
All right, Afreen, I hope that answers your query. Technical expert feels levels of 75 are better advice for an entry in this stock. But if you were to look at just the media space, then Funny feels that perhaps Hindustan Media Ventures is a better play in itself. AstraZeneca is another stock that's in focus. Rashi has sent us an SMS query from New Delhi. She says she's interested to invest in AstraZeneca and would like to know what the future of this stock is. In fact,
let me just take the query on from Samira. Funny, she wants to know, Rashi wants to know what the future is of AstraZeneca. We've heard about delisting. Stock is locked in an upper circuit of 20%. How do you expect the story to go and the stock price to perform?
Well, I think today's stock price movement is an indicator of where the story is headed, at least in the near term. But these delisting plays typically are difficult for retail investors to play. For the simple reason that sometimes if the management were not to agree to the share price expectations of retail investors, you might have to hold on to it for a much longer period of time than you would have initially bargained for, and then you would have a very highly illiquid market. So if you have a really long-term horizon and you can wait out for extended periods of time, then you can get into AstraZeneca. But otherwise, if you are a normal investor looking at some gains in 3 to 6 months, then I think this is not the stock for you.
all right, that's the word on AstraZeneca. Perhaps on the 5th is when we would know more details about what the plans are as regards delisting. But it's time for us to take a very quick break. But do remember that you can get lots more stock-specific advice just by logging on to moneycontrol.com. We'll take a quick break. There are lots more stocks on the other side that we'll pick up. Stay with us.